own in-house tool.
Okay.
Wherein like a person submits the idea. Every stage is visible to him. It is with review with IP team. It is with technical review committee. It is at final approval.
So he has a dashboard wherein he can check what's the progress on this.
Progress on this. So the process is pretty transparent. So it's not like that somebody has submitted idea and for 1 month he's just sitting ducks because he's not getting any response.
Not getting
from
any
anybody.
response.
Right. We also made ourselves more disciplined in our IP team. We have set up certain timelines that okay, within 5 working days we have to send first response. First response could be I need more details.
Okay.
But
something we are getting back to.
Communication has to be there. So what happens? It brings confidence to the other party also that these guys are committed what they are doing.
True.
So we should also have some level of commitment towards them as well, right? So automatically it becomes that thing, and then awareness plays an important role.
True.
Once I have solved this patent filing problem, next thing is like we are a product company. We have to be really aware of what landscape is, what FTO is, what competitor monitoring does, and all those kind of things. Okay.
Having let's say used all these studies now, let's say you do an FTO, you do a landscape study, because these studies are done by the patenting team itself. But now let's say explaining it to them. Now let's say do you just send them a report, they go through it, or do you actually sit with them, let's say study the landscape report, sit with the R&D team, and thereafter let's say brainstorm as to what needs to be done, or you just give them the report and they go on from there?
Two ways of things. First thing what we do is when we collect the requirements, we just don't do that, okay, this technology is very hot these days, so let's just run a landscape on this. It should come from them that we are trying to explore this thing. Okay?
This technology.
And second thing is what are the objective? Technology landscape could be really big for any tech, so to speak. But what is they are trying to achieve by getting to know, okay, what are the patents available? Okay. One funny incident, some team came to me, they say like, okay, we want all the patents in this particular field.
Yeah, that is what they say. Yeah.
I said, why do you want it? He said like, we are finding really difficult to find a supplier for a product. We wanted to know like who are the people who can supply us.
Okay.
I said, you don't need a landscape study.
That's
all
not a
I
landscape.
do is some kind of like keyword based assignee search.
Assignee search, yeah.
There, if I would have done landscape over there, they would have spent 1 month to analyze
the results.
Right?
Yes.
Here I have just given them a list of supplier. It is done. So objective was very different there, right?
Okay.
Sometimes objective is very much focused for achieving certain like certain things.
Perfectly.
Right? You need not to give really big landscape.
Yeah, but maybe a state of art search.
Art search or something like that. So once you understand what is really required, I think that adds a lot of value, saving time. Second thing what we are doing is we also sit with them after performing some landscape search that, okay, this is what we have found. Kind of like summarization of the whole thing. That we think that, okay, in this field, this player is doing well, this particular piece
because landscape studies, the reports are very exhaustive in nature.
Right.
But for them to digest it after doing all this, it takes effort from their end as well.
Their end also. Moreover, now with development of AI, we are creating AI summaries.
Okay. Better.
Yeah, we have used like a lot of this notebook LM, Gemini, a lot of this tool also. It may not be 100% accurate from a IP professional point of view because most of this tool can't capture the novelty.
Correct.
But they can capture a technical description of the thing.
Description, right? Yes.
So we put like, okay, 200 word summary, 300 word summary.
Okay. End of the day, it is actually for them, they need to spend as little time as possible to understand it as fast as possible.
So after reading like say 50 summaries, they think these 2 summaries are really useful for me. They only need to read 2 patents, need not to read rest 48 patents, right?
Definitely.
So that is something that we started like almost like 6-8 months back, and it's working well, really well, because people are finding it very easy to read, and also when you summarize using this tool, it translate into human language rather than legal language.
Which people, inventors do find it difficult. In my opinion.
And we got like so much positive feedback that, okay, it is something which is working. As an IB professional, I am not very happy about it because it is not capturing the key essence, but it is giving them what they need at least.
From their perspective, it is actually the best thing that can happen.
So I think understanding right objective and aligning, it is something very important, because even you from a service provider firm, you understand that most of the requirements which comes are typically vague in nature.
Correct.
They are not very well defined think that I exactly want this or something.
Yeah,
like
no.
that.
So many times it happens that they come up with something. Then when we ask, actually, we have a discussion with them from a patenting perspective. We ask them lots of questions, right? So when we ask them the question, they go back and actually try to solve that issue, and they actually brainstorm during that time based on our questions, and then they come back with a complete thing. Because when it starts, it's at a very nascent stage. So it's just an idea. Then we ask them, see, just ideas are not protectable. You'll have to tell me how it is implemented. And then we ask them all these questions. They're like, oh, yeah, I did not figure that out. They go back, they come back with those answers. And then it is not, we become more like, let's say, their R&D team wherein we are actually figuring out with them. And they figure out and cut back. And
So I think that makes a big difference. More communication you have,
Yeah.
I think it brings clarity to both the parties.
definitely.
They also understand what they want. We also understand what we have to look for.
Lot to look
Right?
for.
So I think that makes a very big difference when it comes to especially big studies like landscape and all.